Hey guys, welcome to episode 22 of Takes from Obvious Bozos.
I think it's 23.
23.
Yeah.
I would be, it's really, I'm about to go on a tangent already right now, but I really would do, have you seen Anchorman, right?
I know what it is.
Jesus Christ. All right, we'll go get back to this in a moment, but Andrew, joining me as always on Takes to Obvious Bozos, is Zach. Zach, how's it going?
Doing great on a Monday night, a unusual time for us to record, but
I know, it's bizarre.
It's a good Monday night.
Listen, we had Thanksgiving. We decompressed. We're all ready to go. It's like a holiday episode, right? This is going to be our holiday episode. Because I don't know if we're going to record around Christmas time. You know what I mean? Like I haven't looked that far in the future to see if that's the case, if we're doing a Christmas episode. So this is our holiday episode. We have tons of Thanksgiving takes, and we'll get to a little basketball as well. But before we do that, we need to talk about our favorite sponsor of all time, and that's BetOnline. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. From the earliest odds to in-game live betting, BetOnline provides you with all the action and the ability to watch games as they happen, with the largest selection of odds on everything from football, NBA, NHL to entertainment and political props. Head to BetOnline today to get in on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. BetOnline, the game starts here. Okay, and of course, can't forget the Strickland Patreon. That's right. So if you want to hear full episodes of this, you're only getting a little preview right now. You got to go to patreon.com/thestrickland. That's where you can subscribe to the $6 tier, which is one of the tiers, which allows you to hear these full episodes. Friday episodes of Pod Strickland with Prez. The $9 one gets you our Strictly NFL show. And definitely, you got to check it out. You got to do it. You support a good cause, support a good website. So that's the patreon.com/thestrickland, or you can just go to thestrick.land and click on the Patreon banner right on the top, and it'll take you right to the direct page. And don't forget, we are on Instagram. We are on Threads. All right, that's hilarious. We're on Threads. We are on Face. No, we're not.
No, we're not. We're not. It's the one place.
Oh my god, can you imagine being on Facebook?
I don't think we'll ever be on Facebook. I don't know. You have to. That would be crazy. That'd be too much.
No, there really would be, but Twitch or not Twitch? That would also.
You're missing a big one here.
Which one?
Blue Sky.
Truth Social 2.0.
Blue Sky. No, definitely not.
No, of course. Blue Sky. Definitely join us all on Blue Sky. We are trying to migrate ourselves over there because, Truth Social 2.0, we don't want to mix up with that. Is it really? It's a Blue Sky or Blue Ski?
I've never heard that with the second one you just said.
I think Blue Ski sounds better.
It does. It's a little more unique, and then you can say you skied it, like tweeted.
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of like that. I actually do like that, but I've never heard it.
Blue Sky sounds kind of lame. Like you're out in the frontier, like in the middle of Montana, big sky country, that type of thing. Not like Blue Ski.
Yeah, I'll have to think on that. Maybe give me a sleep on it, and I'll let you know.
But yeah, no, we're on Blue Ski. Check out the Strickland on Blue Ski. I'm also there as well. So just doing data visuals, all that good stuff. But no, check us out, follow us there. And don't forget to read our articles at thestrick.land and all the slew of podcasts. All right. We need to get back to this real quick. I can't believe you've never seen Anchorman. And I don't know the reference I'm talking about, where he basically is just reading the prompter as is.
No.
He's gonna read whatever is on the prompter, right? And that's kind of and then he just says the most ridiculous things. You can throw anything onto me for reading an ad, and I'm just gonna read it. So if you say this is episode 3, I would be like, hey, episode 3 of Take From Obvious Bozos.
Next episode, I'll sneak in some stuff into the BetOnline promo, and you won't have any idea. And
I would have any idea.
Yeah, so just keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, I would have no idea. So, all right, we're gonna start us off. Before we get to some Thanksgiving takes, I have a basketball take for you that I'm going to give you. And it's related to last time we recorded, especially on Sunday's game. Blowout victories are good and should never be dismissed as anything else other than that was a good win in the team like a good win for the team. And we should take stuff out of blowout wins.
Yes, I agree. I don't think that's a hot take. I think the hotness, the heat comes from when people start to like overanalyze blowout games, and they're like, "Oh, this player doing this specific thing or this specific matchup means we need to go do this more," or like the specific tactical things that happen in games. That's when I start to get a little wary with blowouts. But if you're going to talk about from an execution standpoint, when you come into the building and you blow a team out that you should have blown out, yes, that is a thing to be celebrated. That is a thing to look back and be like, yep, they did their job. Here's what we can look at and improve on. Here's what we could do better if there really wasn't much they could do better against New Orleans. But hey, that was a good one. Move on. Dude, Orlando on Tuesday. Hopefully we get this episode out before that game because that is a huge game. Like I haven't looked forward to a game like this since, I don't know, opening night, which wasn't that long ago. But still, it's a huge game. And it's the NBA Cup. It just means more. NBA Cup just means more. You know, if we lose this one, it means a lot more. If we lose this one, I think we might be eliminated outright, or we're going to be like the wild card in the NBA Cup. So it's just like,
you know, it's kind of funny how the Cup is coinciding with things where like Orlando is playing well to start the season and all that sort of stuff. So like it would be a good like one of those early like statement wins.
Yeah.
And like it's nice to have, right? You want to make sure that like, hey, we did this, we checked something off our box. It's just kind of funny it coincides with the Cup and be like, no, the stakes are higher. Like it's not higher. It's still the same.
Even if it wasn't the NBA Cup and it was just a regular Knicks Magic game and the Magic had happened to win 12 of their last 13 coming in, it's still a huge game. And now we have
that is exactly what I'm saying.
Yes.
It's a huge game irrelevant of the Cup because the Cup is irrelevant.
But the Cup makes it just a nuclear game. Makes it just a massive.
No, it doesn't. It's the same level.
No, it's like it's a multiplier. It's a multiplier. It's a massive game. I haven't looked forward to a game like this in my life. Actually, it's the biggest thing ever. Yeah.
But no, okay. So this goes into, well, it actually does. I'm going back to the Pelicans game specifically on like Mikal Bridges, right? We should maybe not celebrate. Celebrate's a little too strong, right? But you get where I'm going with this. We should celebrate the fact that he scored 30, played some defense, right? Like he did everything he was supposed to do, and what ultimately we here's something. I have another take that's about to come up, but fans, including myself, and I fall for it all the time, we need to stop saying we as if we're a part of the team because we're not playing.
No. I'm saying we. I've been saying we for so long, and like I say we to like my coworkers, my friends, my family, and they're like looking at me like I'm crazy, and I'm like, nope,
right?
It's we. It's we.
I can't do it. We can't do it. We're not there. We're not in practice. We're not running up and down the court. That type of stuff. But anyway, the team. I forgot where I was going with Mikal. I was saying like he did what he was supposed to do. The team needs him to play this way, and he did exactly what is needed and expected of him. And like in order for the team to be successful, he may not score 31, but like playing defense, hitting open corner threes, kind of like conceptually his game was like this is good, and this was like I would say the game and a half or game and 3/4 of like building on better defense.
Yeah,
as well.
It's also like when you're a guy like Mikal who's going through a stretch the way he had when every single media member is looking at you, every single fan is looking at you, every box score feels like it's 20 times worse than it actually was.
Yep.
And you have a game against New Orleans when there's 6 guys out and they're terrible. Like those are the games you're supposed to like bounce back. Those are the games you're supposed to like have the I'm actually good performance. And you had one, and like that's to be celebrated, and that's a good thing. The more important thing you didn't mention with Mikal, you were like, oh, he's making open threes and stuff. Just felt like he was a little more active. It felt like he was cutting way more. Felt like he was moving around screens way quicker and like actually doing things with intent and not just kind of like floating around and getting lost. That Charlotte game, man. Like I don't think I've ever felt worse after a win, like in my career watching basketball, which is shorter than yours, but still, like that was the worst win I've ever seen. And like there were a couple of Mikal plays in that game, especially like Schwinn has made this a whole thing, but the pass to I don't even know who it was to ended up going out of bounds. It was like somebody was cutting and he just threw a pass to nobody. That was a turnover.
Yeah, to Josh Green.
To Josh Green, pretty much. Yeah. No. I'm not even talking about that one. I'm talking about the one on the other end of the floor. That was just I actually have the clip downloaded. Are
you talking about she tried to pass it to Brunson in the corner and it just
yes. We tried to pass it to Brunson in the corner. That one, in my opinion, that may have been worse than the Josh Green one. The Josh Green one was actually
I said the same thing, right? And I got in our again the Discord, Patreon, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. You can have these discussions with us. People were like, no, how could you say that was a terrible pass? And I'm like, look, I thought that pass to the corner was so like disrespectful to the game.
Yeah.
because it was nowhere near the corner. He didn't have to pass in the first place. Like he had there was no line of passes that was going to be intercepted either way.
And I'm watching it again right now. Jesus, yeah.
And like it was supposed to be like a straight. If you imagine like a straight line pass, it went like at a 45-degree angle.
No, yeah.
It was terrible.
Also, if you watch the Josh Green one, like Josh Green made an impressive defensive play. Like he tracked it well. He saw what was happening there. He saw like the miscommunication, and it was a nice defensive play. Like Mikal, like there was no defense that made this pass awry.
I thought that was worse.
This was just a total like misinput. I have no idea what happened there. But again, like nice to see him play against New Orleans, get back on track. If he has a huge game, if he has a decent game against Orlando tomorrow, that will move me. That will be very, very important if he can just kind of hold his own. I mean, it'll probably be OG guarding Franz, but I'm sure there'll be possessions where he switches on to Franz, and he'll have to like do some real perimeter defense stuff to keep us in that game. That's what I'm looking for on Tuesday. Like I think he can do that. I mean, this is a Thibs quote, but like the body of work that he has, it suggests that he will be able to do that. So
yeah, I care so much more with Mikal for deflections, defense, I care so much more about that. Like I have preferred him. Like, there are a couple times where like he's fouled the shooter. I prefer him to foul guys right now because I want to see him up playing right, like literally just being physical and up on the guy. Like that's what I really want to see from him. I care significantly more about that than anything about like over the above the break threes or fadeaway midway range. Like I don't care. Just like play defense because that's where the team really needs him. Is to make sure that the starting lineup point of attack defense is as strong as possible, right? Because because at some point, right, like Deuce is going to keep playing well, right? And there's going to be like Deuce needs to start, and he would be starting over Mikal. So you do it for like a defense thing. It doesn't solve the Mikal issue, right? Like he still needs to play well, no matter what. You're just kind of like fighting the issue by putting him on the bench because the team still needs him to be great in order to win.
Yes. I have one last Mikal thing, and then I have another Knicks thing before we get into Thanksgiving.
That's fine.
Okay. Mikal thing, get to the line, please. Just get to the line a little bit more. Like it was the one thing against New Orleans. He didn't attempt a free throw against New Orleans. It's fine. Like the offense was doing other things that game. But like against Orlando, please go to the rim. Try. Like just draw some contact. This guy's frame is so like his arms are so long, his body's so long. Like just use your body, take the extra dribble, go to the rim and get fouled. Like it's gonna happen. This guy's
I completely agree.
He's had it in his career. He's had major high free throw games in his career. Like it just has to happen at some point. That's the Mikal thing. I have a hot take to present to you that is not Mikal related.
I'm ready.
When Precious Achiuwa is healthy, Jericho Sims should be a DNP. And you know what? Jericho has really been playing well. And it's unfortunate that that's the case. Jericho has been really, really impressive lately. He was horrible in the beginning of the year, and he's really bounced back and turned it around. I think there's a stat today that was going around the internet that he's like holding opponents to 33% at the rim or something like that. And like he's like number one in the league. There's a whole video compilation of it. It's great. Like I understand that, but if Sims is playing and Precious is playing, and we probably have an 8-man rotation, if somebody else is getting bounced out, and we're probably playing lineups with Sims and Precious together, which I do not want at all. I would like lineups with Cat and one of those centers together, which is what we've been dying for all season. I believe that the best version of this Knicks team is going to have lineups with Cat at the 5 and lineups with Cat at the 4. And I think Precious getting healthy is like the first step towards seeing some of those lineups. And if you're going to keep Sims out there, and then if you're going to keep Sims and Precious out there together, Thibs is going to play them together. Like it's not going to be like a 3-center platoon thing where they like swap out 3 centers. No, that's not going to happen. So I love you, Jericho. You've been great for us while Precious has been hurt, but it has to be Precious and it has to be Cat out there, and it's got to be Payne and Deuce. It's fine. That's my take.
It's good. I like it. It's on the hotter side only because I think just in general how it's going to work out, Sims has to play some minutes, even with Precious. I just think to kind of like round things out, just to have like a 9th man to soak up.
So you're going 9 deep? Like, I mean, we've been going 8 deep most of these games.
No, like it's like a fake 9 deep.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
It's not like a real like say Sims gets like, I don't know, 4 minutes on each.
Okay. All right. I could sleep with 4 minutes on each side, but I don't expect Thibs to do a real 9-man where like each guy is getting.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's going to have to like. There is some hotness to it, but also also true. Like Sims has been actually all the numbers are saying he's been very, very, very good.
He's been good. He's been good.
And I think the Knicks should just take that as a win, that he has been able to hold things down off the bench. We know that he can hold things down off the bench, and just hope that Precious, once he's healthy again and kind of finds himself, he continues his great play from like playoffs, the preseason, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Because the Towns Precious lineups are definitely going to be more interesting than Jericho. Because like you can't do Jericho and Towns, right? Like that doesn't really make sense.
It doesn't
to me.
But I would like to try it. I know that's
that's
a huge ask. I don't think it makes sense. Like I would like to see it. We're not going to see it. I mean, we're 20 games in. We haven't seen it. Midweeks are not going to see it at all. But I wouldn't rule it out.
This is why I don't think you should see it, because the whole point of Towns on this team is that you have effectively the best center. Well, I'll put it this way. Yeah, effectively the best offensive center. Sans Jokic, right? But like in your conference, you have the best offensive center in your conference. You need to maximize that advantage that like no other team has. And I think throwing in another big makes it complicated. And we kind of saw that with Minnesota, where it's not that it doesn't work. It's that like there's a specific advantage created. Sims doesn't provide you the same offense as Precious, but Precious does provide you like better defense. Yeah. Which makes the big man spot much more interesting because it's a little more versatile. You can actually do, it's significantly more versatile without any offensive drop off, which there is drop off for Sims. He keeps everything moving, which is great, which is exactly what he's supposed to on offense right now. Just like do handoffs, get the rebounds, don't turn the ball over. He's been like great at that. So like I would just use it as a backup at that point. Yeah, just
Precious can do all of that and more. So It's like I want to see that.
So all right, we need to do one. Let's at least get one Thanksgiving in the pre the thing.
Okay.
So we can give them a little taste of what they're missing, what the folks are missing out on. We're just going to do nonstop turkey talk after this, right? And you're not going to get that unless you subscribe to our Patreon. So patreon.com/Strickland.
The first take we have here is like the golden goose of Thanksgiving takes. Like
I know. That's why
we organized this. Yeah. So this is a good one to have.
This is from Nitro Tuggle. Turkey is good. Y'all are just lame. Zach, how you feeling?
I think you should go first on this one, actually.
It's medium.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's mid. It's not bad. It's not my favorite, but it's not like, oh, I'm not going to eat it. Like, I'm going to eat it. It's good.
This take is the turkey of...
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Because, like, there's something about it being so forced down our society's throat. Like, you have this as a meal. And you're like, it's not that good. But turkey can be very good. And when it is done well, it is very good. And it's great to have as the leftover sandwich, right? Like, it's a very good leftover sandwich meat. I also am perfectly fine without ever having turkey on Thanksgiving too, right? Like it's a thing. So going this far, just being like turkey is good. Like, great, turkey is good, but it's also like I don't care enough for it. I don't.
Do you like certain parts of the turkey? Because I prefer like the bones and the wings, like
it's always the dark
off of the bone pieces. Yeah, like I don't really like when I get the slices, like the white slices.
So the big problem with turkey compared to like almost any other type of bird, especially for like the white meat stuff, like it's so large.
Yes.
And there's not enough fat anywhere there to really kind of like help break it down. So like it really does dry out. So you really need to be focused on like basting and brining and making sure you really prepare the turkey well, because otherwise you're just going to get a big portion of it being dry, without skin, without seasoning, without any of these things. So like it doesn't, like chicken is fine. You can do that with chicken. That's why like chicken breast usually works out well. Turkey's too big. So that's why I'm always like, give me like closer to the wings, the drumsticks, the thighs. Like it has to be the dark meat with the turkey. Absolutely.
Yeah. Also, are we putting gravy in this equation? Because like you don't have them separate. You have to do it together.
You do, but we're just judging turkey.
Okay, we're just judging. Okay, but
Right,
even
so-
then, like my opinion still stands. But like, if we were to throw gravy on this, like it would probably get actually a boost. So
I mean, okay, sure, but like I'll give you an example. I didn't do turkey. I did a pot roast.
wow. Okay.
Right. I'm obviously like I would much rather have pot roast with the turkey because pot roast with gravy is also significantly better than gravy and turkey. You know what I mean? Like gravy is always a win. There's nothing bad about gravy. That's why I'm taking gravy out of the equation because gravy can fix turkey. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay.
So no gravy in this equation. We're just judging the bird itself. You know, Kurt, this is mid. It's the turkey of takes. It really is. So congratulations. You gave a turkey of a turkey take.
Should we save the rest for the Patreon?
We are. We're going to save the rest for the Patreon. So you guys, again, patreon.com/Strickland. Subscribe and you'll get to hear the rest of all our Thanksgiving talk take, breaking it down, what we had for Thanksgiving, all this sort of stuff, right? Like you're missing out on everything. So patrons, we'll see you on the other side.